Hello everyone, this is Ron. Welcome to another King of Fighters All-Star video. I hope you guys are doing really amazing. I just came back from the work, guys. It was a very weird day today, but I'm pretty much excited to talk about the end game mood or the most rewarding game mood that has arrived already. That is going to be the AEGIS challenge. And of course, in my previous video, I showed you that what you have to do, we have to boost up the fighters. And as you can see, I have added 2 fighters today. This character Glimmering Ocean Kasby, one of the best support in the game, in my humble opinion, the best support in the game till now. Very useful. I will create a separate video on her explaining her course and everything. So Kasby, I kind of buffed her to the max. Why? Because she is kind of level 50, so as a result her survivability is low. So if you are kind of using this sort of support at a very low level, you might actually try to buff her up. But on the other hand, for example, you can see that I haven't buffed Maki to the max because Maki is fully maxed up A9. She has a lot of survivability already. She can easily survive the boss. And her buff type is not going to depend on her this boosting effect. However, if you are willing to use Oswald, probably you would like to definitely buff this momentum, because the way Oswald support is going to work is going to reduce the boss's overpower based on the momentum this character is having. So in case of Oswald, you probably would like to definitely max this thing up. But for Maki and other supports, you don't like, you would like to invest mainly on the main damage dealer and probably the main support. I mean, if you are running low on your these cashed nuts, then try to buff the main damage dealer first of all. And if you are having weak support and a strong support, try to prioritize the weak support. That's my point, guys. Of course, don't forget to buff up the damage dealers. So that's the thing you have already done. And ciphers and colors, there are 2 different things that you would like to be worried about. That is first of all going to be colors. And let me just remove my camera. Oh, come on, bro, tell me that I cannot select this damn thing, right? Let me remove it. And these are the colors and ciphers which are going to get the benefit. I'm going to quickly show you that which characters are belonging to this cipher group. Basically, they are going to be Cemetery, Chaos and Fusion. 3 different cipher are going to get the main benefit against the boss. That means the boss is actually having a weak point. If you use these ciphers and if you use these colors, you will get a very great advantage. So the first boss is going to be green color, so you would like to use red element fighters. After the first minute, the boss is going to change the color to red. In that case, you would like to use a blue fighter. And finally, the boss's color is going to get another change, that is going to be blue. And in that case, you would like to use a purple element fighters. So let me replace myself back to my former position, and let's continue the discussion. That first of all, we talked about these colors and cipher benefit, and I am going to show you the characters and everything and gameplay and everything, guys. But first of all, let's talk about the AEGIS rule. There are certain strategies that you would like to follow. First of all, of course, this green, red, blue, which I showed, that color advantage and disadvantage you will get. That is the first thing. Now, depending on boss element, you will get these benefits. So if you follow this color pattern, you will get 50% extra damage buff. And if you don't follow this, you will get 50% less damage buff. I mean debuff. So this is enhancement or weakening. So don't forget to pay attention to the colors, guys. These 2 things are not really important. Important in this Chaos and Cemetery that I already talked about. I'm going to show you the fighters soon. And there are many things going on here. This yin yang balance is going on. Very interesting, guys. There's a lot of cultural connotation, guys. This is so nice. And this thing is basically going to do what? Increase the boss's momentum and applies the groggy state. So boss is going to apply this groggy state to a lot. Whenever this yin yang is going to be casted, this thing is going to happen. So you would like to do the damage as soon as possible before this thing happens. That was my personal strategy. And all the fighters are going to automatically use finisher skill. This is something that you would like to do. I'm going to show you. the fighter's groggy duration. Okay, forget this thing because you will get groggy in anyways. And let me quickly show you that what you need to do before you start the battle. If you are going to start the battle, for example, like this, okay, you're starting like this. First of all, you need to turn on this manual to auto. Okay, turn on this auto, then you will see this icon, this wheel like icon. Tap on this icon and turn off all these active skill. By default they are going to be turned on. You need to turn them off. Make them like this and play on auto. This is very important, guys, because I tried in manual mode and the characters are going to mess up with their awaken core and everything. They are going to automatically use their core, which I don't want. Technically you should be able to collect this control this thing depending on your timing and everything. I'm going to show you gameplay and I'm going to explain, but first of all let me show you the characters, that what type of characters you would like to use in this AEGIS challenge. And so far we learned that we need to have certain characters specific on color, certain characters specific on cipher. Now what is this cipher thing? Let me take you to the fighter, and if you go to the filter you can actually filter this fighter based on ciphers. So let's deselect all of them, and first this one is going to be the chaos type. If you go to this fighters detail, if you go to fighters detail and tap on this section, it will say that this is a chaos type fighter. So all of these fighters are chaos. Of course I don't really have all the fighters in my roster because there are many other chaos fighters which I cannot show you. So kindly go to your fighter and check out by tapping on that particular section that I just showed you. That tap on here and you'll say that this chaos or something. So chaos type fighters are going to get the benefit. Now next group is going to be not this one, not this one, but this one. This one is going to be the cemetery. Once again tap here and see that this is going to be cemetery. And this is a very ideal because at the same time this character is having color benefit. Purple color will be beneficial against the blue boss, and cemetery as the boss's weakness. So she is definitely going to be the top damage dealer in this game mode. But not only her, there are many of them and I'm going to show you. So color benefit, cemetery benefit. If you can cover both these areas, you will get the most ease in the gameplay. However, you will see that certain fighters are there. They are purple, but they may not be cemetery. In that case, you will get some benefit, of course, for sure. Don't forget that you will get a very good amount of benefit. So try to match at least one of these, if not both of them. For example, let's talk about Kusanagi. Now, Kusanagi is a cemetery fighter for sure, but he is not really he is a yellow type fighter and he is not necessarily getting any color advantage against the boss. But good thing is he is not going to do the damage, he is going to act as a support. So try to find the damage dealer who has both of them. For example, another nice example would be Kyo Kusanagi and Terry Bogard. Kyo Kusanagi is going to be a legend fusion type fighter and he is this red element. That means he is going to get the benefit against the green boss, and also fusion type is going to get the benefit all the way. Doesn't really matter whenever you use, but ideally to get the most amount of damage you should use him when the boss is green. Okay, let's talk about Terry. Terry is another legend fusion type fighter. I mean, fusion is one of the most strongest cipher in the game right now, as I can see. These two top dogs, oh my god, they can do absolute mayhem because this character is also going to have this color advantage. Whenever the boss is going to be red, Terry is going to show that what he is capable to do because he is going to have this benefit of being a fusion thing. Alright, so I hope this thing was clarified, and I believe many of you are going to enjoy this Athena, who is only going to get this fusion benefit. She is not going to get this green element benefit because the boss is not yellow in any point. So this is why Athena users will do less damage in this AEGIS. However, this thing is going to be rotating in future, so in future AEGIS challenge you are going to get benefit. So I believe cipher thing is clear. If you are not unsure, if you are still unsure, just go to the character, tap on that particular part and check it out. So let's go to the AEGIS challenge and let me show you a gameplay. And the team I'm going to use, my first team is going to be consist of this team. Maki, she is going to buff attack. Of course, we talked about in different videos that she is having this superior mechanism in the core that is going to give us a huge amount of attack and active skill buff. And I'm going to use Khasbi because Khasbi is going to give us huge amount of attack and critical rate, critical damage buff. I have kind of added this card in Khasbi. Let me show you my Kyo stat, and Kyo is going to be this type of character, this type of card I'm using. This free to play card, attack SPD 7%. I believe this is one of the most important effects because we cannot really use strikers. And this sort of option card which is available for free in the epic quest. Increase damage deal to defense type fighter, and boss, this time the Asura boss is a defense type fighter. So you will also get this decreased defense and decreased damage received from defense type enemies. So if you have multiple of this card, try to add this card to your weak characters. If you are having survivability issue, not only damage, you will get huge survivability from this card. Let me show you the plugins. Infinity Stone, guys, I don't really have the ideal Infinity Stones. Look at this. Active skill damage. This is not ideally, you should have critical damage, critical rate. No, sorry, critical damage, not critical rate. In this stone, I'm still having critical active skill 2, very bad thing. I should have critical damage. In future, I'm going to add for sure. And in this stone, to recover this lacking, I added this F2P stone, always available free in the game. Increased damage deal to balance or defense type fighters. That means this stone is going to be affected, very effective against this Asura or any balance type boss which is going to arrive in future. Ideal banner Infinity Stone I'm using. Let me show you the plugin, and before that let me remove my head, of course, once again, because need to see the effect of the plugin. And guys, I'll be honest with you, there can be multiple approaches to this boss. Some people would like to use momentum, some people would like to use strike skill attack. Personally, I have kind of set up this plugin in a way that it is going to do damage in each and every game mode, guys, because I don't have the time each and every day to change the plugin. Because if I develop my plugin based on momentum, then that damn thing is not going to work in the normal guild raid, in Rugal and his guild raid. I totally still enjoy that game mode too. So that's why I kind of put my focus on only attack. I'm getting active skill 2 enhancement and attack. I'm having also some phantom attack. In this plugin, I'm having attack, a little bit overpower and strike skill. Overpower, however, is not going to help us, of course. Strike skill, core 2 enhancement, attack. This plugin, once again, attack, strike skill and phantom attack. In this plugin, 49% damage deal strike skill, 46% blast skill. Of course, attack and strike skill are going to work here. Now, let's talk about the second team. In the second team, I didn't really pay too much attention to the second team, because you see that the damage dealer like Leona, all she needs is blast skill. And critical damage and blast skill, if you can combine, that would be the ideal thing. But so far I have a little bit of attack, I'm having a little bit of overpower, I'm having a little bit of blast skill. This thing is going on. Not ideal plugin, to be honest, guys. Critical damage and 27% only, guys. This is very poor plugin. I'll be honest with you, her plugins are not ideal. But still, let's go and see. I'll show you a couple of rotations. First of all, I kind of killed the boss already, so I'll be doing the practice. So let's get into it, guys, and see how far you can go with no momentum. Because with momentum, it is possible to do high damage. No wonder. Because momentum is kind of recommended for this game mode. So I would suggest you to go for momentum. But let's see how far we can go without momentum. Straight away, we are going to to this character, Maki. And finally, we are going to straight away do the skills. It's good to do the skills first. Let's do the damage as much as possible. Okay, once again we're going to prepare our damage. Please, 4 more seconds, we need to go. Yes, come on, Groggy. This is so annoying, guys. See, it does nothing works. Once it's Groggy, nothing works. But let's go. 112, 13, This time I was able to do 13. I was actually able to kill the boss without momentum. So first of all, in this Kusanagi, we would like to increase a lot of momentum for sure. And for Leona, we would like to just move on and activate the core of Oswald. Let's just straight away move on to Leona. And probably let's do some spamming. Oh, Groggy, nice! What a timing, bro. What a timing. Okay, let's do the timing, and we're doing the damage with the red. Oh my god. By the way, you can throw the TPG if you are suffering, because if you throw the TPG in this game mode, that is going to stall the timer for sure. Okay, another rotation. By the way, it's in the PC, it is kind of really hard to play. Hard to... Oh, come on. Can't even do it or what? Oh, Groggy, you bastard. Oh, come on. Probably will not be able to complete it. I'll show you another gameplay that where I kind of completed this thing. Oh, come on, bro, let's go, let's go. Yeah. Oh my god, what happened? The boss is not dead. On 38 billion. I'm going to show you another gameplay right now. Oh boy. Almost died. Alright, we did it. So we were not using Kazmi in the right way. That's why you kind of failed. So killed boss. And let me just quickly show you my character. And first of all, let me just show you the stat that absolutely zero momentum with 6,000 is the stock momentum. So both approaches are going to work. Okay, both approaches are going to work. There is no written rule that this approach is not even going to work at all, because as you can see that I use the strikers who is not even buffing the momentum at all. I could have used Kusanagi, who has a momentum buff. I could have used Oswald, who has a momentum buff, but this character support Maki, and this character Kazmi, no momentum buff, just simply attack buff, critical rate and critical damage buff from Kazmi we got. And all we have is the character and these sort of plugins. Quickly show you that straight away. Phantom attack, this sort of effect, active skill. Let me remove my face. I think you can easily understand because of annoying, bro. Right. So let me show you this plugin. Attack, phantom attack. This one attack a little bit overpowered. This doesn't work. Overpower is the defense mechanism. 52% strike skill. This plugin 52% strike skill. Active core active 2 skill enhancement. This is gonna help. 41.4% phantom damage deal. This is actually not really a great plugin, to be honest. I thought that it's a strike skill, but it's actually phantom damage strike skill. This is, I have better plugins, I believe. And this one is strike skill attack. So both options are going to work. I just showed you. Depending on your plugins and depending on whatever setup you have, you are free to use any options. So guys, I just showed you one rotation boss skill gameplay with the same plugins that I showed earlier. Same strike skill based plugin, same attack based plugin, and basically I used no momentum at all. But I cannot guarantee every time this type of score for sure, because many times I struggle, many times I die, because I told you that in this game mode everything is kind of messed up, and even with full momentum or even with the full stat you still struggle, and sometimes you will still struggle, you have to do it again and again. But let me quickly show you the stats that I am using, that this sort of 6000 momentum, this character was able to guaranteed do this thing in one damn rotation, guys, and one damn rotation. But probably if you can combine this sort of effects in your plugin, that is going to give you attack, momentum, and also strike skill, that would be the ideal. Or in my previous video I kind of show that you might actually decide to combine them as much as possible, that here you add some momentum, maybe add some momentum in this plugin, maybe add strike skill in this plugin. These might actually also work, but if you ask me personally what is my personal strategy, I'll be totally honest with you, I just go all the way with attack and strike skill. That's the only thing I rely, that is going to conquer each and every game mode. But it is totally up to you, because since it's a debatable issue, so I would like to proceed with this with caution. But I showed you enough evidences, I showed you enough of those things that you need to see. You might try some practices on your own and let me know in the comments that how it is going to work. Maybe it might not work, so that is also possible. So I will leave it up to you, and I wish you all the best in your AEGIS challenge and getting all those rewards. And let me just collect this thing and see that how far I have proceeded in today's, oh my god, 9000 carnival points. But I will not be able to complete this thing for sure, because the game will not allow me. The game wants us to play this thing again and again. So far as you can see, 9000 points, that was the maximum gain for us today, but it is not going to be a problem. And don't worry if you are having low damage, guys. If you can ensure 3 to 5 billion damage each and every day, 13 days, guys, you will be able to get it done. Not a big problem. Don't take stress, try hard, farm in the plugin plan, and that's why you need to have high level characters and high level plugin farming abilities. Thank you so much for watching. This video is kind of getting long. I'll talk about more on the strategy and a different type of characters, guys, in some other videos. Till then, stay awesome. I'll see you soon. Don't forget to support the content, support the channel, and I'll see you soon in some other videos, guys. Till then, stay awesome and peace out, my friends.